Okay, we're kicking it into episode 36 of the 248K mod on Ribbon with a pretty small city grid. Standing around more or less where we finished last time, except with a bunch of other things handcrafted and kind of plugged in, and the other versions of these handcrafted, so we should now be close to getting enough of this fluid and memory and computing power and energy nanotech stuff, probably because it's a fluid, nanotech is my best guess, to be powering this K2 core to get the red cubes we need that are actually a kind of science that we can use to learn how to put more beacons around the place. Are we done with this? Well, yeah, whatever. We'll handcraft that in a moment. Yeah. So we're doing pretty well. We've got the rest of the pollution is continually miss. We've got a bunch of labs. They all kind of nicely beaconed now. We've got yellow and purple science going. We've got nuclear power. That's all pretty good. Yeah. This train here is the one we also this third carriage here we need over here to put these cubes on it. I'm actually done with this now. We can go in. Yeah. So this train? I guess is going to go. I don't need a train. I need a train station, and it's going to be kind of in the way, isn't it? Like these two are going to be in the way because we kind of want. We kind of want to be putting science here because this is going to be the this is going to be the beacon science station, which we're going to give that an icon. Yeah, this little red cube, that's beacon science. And then we're going to do the train limit thing, and somewhere, this very train, yeah, science unload, also wants beacon science, which we're also just going to have a 30-second time pass thing. Yeah, whatever. Go here now. And then we've got to figure out, and it might just be pretty easy. We might just get rid of all of these things and move them down to the left. Because if I have one of these here and one of these here, yeah, you actually wait. I mean, does it matter? It probably doesn't matter. I've got like 18 of these things. You can just have the 18 of these and just like continue on your thing. And we're not going to have enough of those to do anything with for quite a while. But oh yeah, we should actually connect these things up. I guess we go here because that's where those things are powered, and then we can give it some pipes and we can give these things some recipes, and now we have enough room to be able to have these things here, not there, these things here wind in. And we will probably always be short of this because this thing just goes at quite a slow speed and gives us 1, and then we need 10 times as many because we've got a 10 times science multiplier, which that seemed like a good idea at the time. What are you limited to? You're limited to 4 stacks? Okay, you guys can both be limited to 4 stacks. That's fine. Okay, so oh yeah, other things happened in between. We upgraded all these assemblers, and also prod modded a bunch of them to try and keep up with sort of the increased workloads. I think I might need, I mean, this guy looks like it's fully utilized, so I might need to turn this into maybe a full belt of iron, maybe just red belt all this, who knows, whatever. Other things that were important were, yeah, we were looking at these K2 beacons, which are kind of fantastic because they get twice as many modules from things. They get both the 1 and the 2 cores affecting them, which is nice. Not only are so they're also kind of 3x3 in comparison to the beacons we've used so far. So none of my builds work, but also their effect range is 4. So I can do things. Okay, let's demonstrate it this way. It's going to be slightly. Yeah, I can have 2 of these things next to each other and still have another assembler over the other side that gets impacts from both beacons, which is kind of fantastic. So builds like this, if I could do something like, if I can have builds like this somehow and then sort of tile these vertically, which is, I mean, I've chosen a kind of a bad spot to demonstrate this, but the point being, we're going to have to think again about how we can fit all these new beacons into builds. Yeah, let's put this guy on the toolbar, because one of the things that struck me, after whining about being short on red chips for a while, is... Where's red chips? Here's red chips. Yeah, that I that I was sad that the number of belts I had between meant that the regular beacons wouldn't fit, but the tier 2 beacons will actually fit just fine. Although, like, the best place for them would be to be exactly lined up with some of these underground belts, except that then we can't quite get the inputs in, which is a bit of a shame. But I think we can still do a thing where let's get rid of these. Let's have a deletion planner for tier 1 beacons, and then we're going to rip out all these tier 1 beacons from the red chips. Because if we use these tier 2 beacons instead, we can get not only... Yeah, this will effectively have... We'll just get a lot more on stuff on the red chips, which is great. And then also means that... Oh yeah, this one here also kind of needs to be... That one's kind of important. Is that all of them? Yeah. So this is going to reduce the number of beacons on the red chips from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... from 32 to 20, because these outside ones, yeah, these kind of inside ones we're reducing, but this is also going to still hit each assembler with 2 beacons. It's just that each beacon is also doing more work, and then also each beacon is going to give each assembler 2 modules as well. Well, yeah, twice as many modules. So that's all great. The problem is we're not actually building these things yet. And that's also the reason why I have a ton of red chips in my inventory, because that's the next thing we're going to go sort out, because we're also researching robot speed. So several of these things tying together pretty nicely. Get in the thing, let's go to the yellow science, because this is where we're making robot frames now. And the reason we have all the red chips is to make a lot of Logibots, so we can go and, yeah, Logibot mall, a bunch of things like that. And then the yellow science is sad. Is it sad because of blue chips again? It is sad because of blue chips again. That is a thing that may always have happened, and we might actually need to address the blue chips situation as well. Where is the blue chips train? The blue chips train is already somewhere else. Okay, so I guess it just took all those chips to the module upgrades, which is not a thing I'm super happy with. At this point, I kind of would prefer... Yeah, this guy got all the chips. At this point, I kind of would prefer that all of these blue chips were at the yellow science instead. I think this box is limited? I think that's limited to 4 stacks. So these guys are soon to fill up, but then also this... Oh, this belt's going to fill up with 1s, but the ones don't use blue chips, so whatever. Moving on, we got ourselves a lot of flying robot frames. We're not going to need that many flying robot frames, but we can have these guys turn into Logibots if we do, yeah, something like this should work, right? Logistics bots, do that. I don't have any of the other... Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're just gonna smash out a bunch of these things. How many chips did I put in there? 1.8k red chips. So we're going to get 900 Logibots to start. And then they were just going to end up in the network, and then we can go and do Logibot things with them. So let's go and do Logibot things with them. First of all, how far did I... Oh, that's actually quite a lot, isn't it? I probably don't need that much. But also, fine, whatever, you can go away. Okay, bot's going to bring the rest of those parts. Is this... Yeah, this is a direction I can go. Okay, so we want to Logibot a bunch of stuff now. So let's go... Do I want to go back to the main mall? Because I can build Logibot things at this point anywhere. Like, I could start a Logimall... I am thinking about starting a Logimall way over to the right, rather than in the middle of this mess, for a number of reasons. Reason number 1 being because I can. Reason number 2 being, if I can deconstruct all of this stuff and move all these functions somewhere else, which is kind of viable because the blue science is getting moved anyway, because we're going to do that better with harder beacons. Red and green science probably also, and all of that stuff is train supplied anyway at this point. What do you... I would prefer that these boxes are unlimited, because we've got other boxes of military science to empty. But yeah, if we can move these things away, then we can get more space around this lake to have more power plant, because power plant is probably currently pretty fine. What is K2 energy provider? K2 core? Wait, how much power do those things use? More than the assembly machines? Wait, let's look at that again. 200 megawatts. That is not even a thing I'd really been looking at. So it doesn't do any pollution. If we were on some kind of fossil fuel pollution, that would be a disaster. And then these guys are also 40 megawatts each. Wait, so my entire power grid is like 900 megawatts, and then nearly half of that is just the K2 energy stuff. So yeah, so we're definitely going to be looking for places to put these fancy new beacons, because this means that we will have fewer beacons overall. Okay, in that case, yeah, let's get these other beacons so we can get these red chips done. We kind of don't really... Maybe I worry about where I'm going to Logimall stuff later. Maybe we just start Logimalling stuff over here and then expand to the right. Because the other thing that I'm thinking about is, now we've got yellow tech, we're working on the robot speed, that's kind of nice. The thing we haven't done for a while is a lot of combat stuff. So I reckon we want to do some combat stuff, because if we stack a lot of these techs into each other, and then do I already have PDLs? Where are PDLs? Things I never hardly ever use. Yeah, I've already got these. I can just also lodge them all those as well. Yeah, fine, cool. Yeah, if we go and get a bunch of... I can get damage 6 as well. I think I'd probably rather have damage 5. Actually, shooting speed 5 is going to be a big deal. I've already got shooting speed 5. Yeah, for the rocket launcher and things like that. I think this is going to be a time that we'll set up some Logimall stuff, and then we'll pivot into a bunch of combat stuff. Because if we do this with our first kind of batches of yellow science, we will be well ahead of things bots would be trying to do. And we would be well ahead of... Yeah, where is... Yeah, it's over here. And yeah, we would be well ahead of the evolution settings that biters have, and all of that will just be easy. And we're just going to unlimit those boxes, because I'm pretty sure over here somewhere, yeah, we've still got these chests, and I would rather that these things were empty so I could get rid of them in the same way that we can now get rid of these, because all of those buffers have been moved onto the trains. And yeah, I'm emptying these things will be good as well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to pivot into... We're going to set up for a lot of combat stuff, and I think we'll think later about where more Logimall stuff can go, but I think for the moment, yeah, we've now got 106 logistics bots. We're just going to start slapping... Let's just put some stuff here. Oh, I also don't have... I should have kept some of those green circuits, because I can now make these things. Okay, it's fine. We're going to be handcrafting some stuff. We need some of these. We need a couple of green chips. And then we need a bit of steel. And with this we can craft, yeah, there's just a bunch of request chests. That's going to be useful. You can have things from my inventory. You guys will be fine. Okay, yeah, things we need first. And then I don't even know whether or not all of these things are going to be in the network or not. But things we need are going to be, first of all, if one of these is steel chests, then I kind of need, yeah, I kind of need steel chests in the middle if these things around the outside are going to be the various kinds of providers. Do I want buffers as well? I don't know if I do. I will actually want active providers later for a different thing. So let's have, oh, that one's in the wrong place. Because the plan with this is... Yeah, I can have request chests kind of in the middle here. I also didn't bring... Yeah, okay. So we're still going to be leaning on some of this other mall stuff for a while, which is fine. So this one, we want to request steel. I don't know if we've got steel in the network or not. This one... It's just red and green, isn't it? Yeah. So this wants to request red chips and green chips. And same with this guy. And then we also only want these inserted to run if we have fewer than, say, 20 steel chests. Okay, and then we just need to go and put all of this stuff in. Yeah, there's nothing else that these things turn into, so we can just do kind of this business. And then we still need, yeah, we don't need these ones to go as fast. Then let's also have, yeah, we can need to, power is pretty important. Okay, so this is going to give us like a stack each of each kind of request chest just in the network, which is going to be nice. Because then we need to go and start producing a lot of other things as well. The first... Is this pole not connected to anything? This pole is in fact not connected to anything, because this pole's not connected to anything. Cool. Okay, we can go there. So now we should have... Oh, probably bots complaining that... Oh, no, I do have some amount of that stuff. I wonder if it's just sitting around in storage. Oh, well, never mind. Next things that I want, because we're thinking about scaling into combat stuff, we're going to do another one of these little star kind of shapes. And in the middle, we're going to request metal plates and green chips and explosives. Let's go with 200 for all of these. I think... actually, the other way around, it's the green chips that I need less of, isn't it? But that's fine, because what we're going to make here are rockets and then explosive rockets. And the way this can set up is also can be pretty... Yeah, things are getting delivered. Everything is just getting here kind of slowly. We can go here and then like so, and we can have another provider box here that will just make a lot of rockets. Make a lot of rockets. Make a lot of explosive rockets. Yeah, so that's going to get us a lot of rockets. This is all going to be fine. These guys need... Yeah, but they also run so slowly that 200 of each of those is going to be a completely fine number. Okay, so we've got all of that happening. The next things... Do we actually have... I don't think yeah, I think the thing we haven't done is actually worried about whether or not all of these are in the network or not. Where am I making explosives? Explosives are down here. So that should be pretty easy to fix. We should just be able to go... Here. Where are we going to put... I think we're going to put these things like that. Which is kind of a terrible thing to do, but whatever. And then you guys can just make, yeah, some amount of those things. We also need green chips. Green chips I reckon we take from here. Like, I think we're going to have... I've still got... Yeah, whatever. We're going to have a variety of kind of bad temporary plans for quite a while. Where's a stack and soda that I can grab? We'll just use a fast and soda for this. We'll get green chips at the rate for fast and soda. Yeah, we're not going to worry about tank at all. Do I have... I must already have exoskeleton then, if we're working on... If we're working on the other power armor. Yeah, so I've already got the exoskeleton, and then these things are going to need, yeah, blue chips and steel and electric engines and stuff like that. Things like that that I kind of need, which is all generally pretty fine. Yeah, Logibot's doing things. Can I squeeze through here? I cannot squeeze through there. Oh well. Okay, next things, I've already got grenades. I've already got some kind of grenades over here, don't I? I've got hundreds of fancy grenades, so we're not going to worry about those. The thing I did want, and this might also require a bunch of running around in between. Yeah, so I need to be putting steel on a train somewhere. On a Can I fit a thing in here somewhere? I can, can't I? We can go like this. I mean, all of these nasty hacks are nasty hacks we'll get rid of once... I guess once we do this properly somewhere else. Things I haven't actually decided where I'm doing this properly yet. I think I'm probably moving quite a long way out to the side. Yeah, because we want to make K1 beacons and followed by K2 beacons. And then I guess we actually want a storage here, don't we? Yeah, and then we want to also, yeah, this means we're going to have to flush the rest of the K2, or the rest of the K1 beacons out of the storage network. But we could do something like make ourselves, you know, one stack of K2 beacons, and then we're going to need, yeah, there's a lot of random stuff in here, isn't there? And we don't want those. We want, yeah, let's. I do like rounder numbers more than the other options. We're not going to need a whole lot of these probably. I think we are going to need a lot of steel because these guys also use steel, yeah, and then also green chips. Okay, we're gonna bump these numbers a bit, and then also that ceramic stuff that we've not done a whole lot with for a while, but this should let us, yeah, and then this thing wants to be K1 beacons, and then wire these two together so that this only runs if K1 beacons are less than, say, 20. And then, do we want to, you're only going to one stack? Yeah, that's kind of fine. I think I'm mostly fine with that. I've got things that you guys want. Okay, and then here, things we're not bringing are the aluminium ceramic composite, which also happens to be the other thing that was on this belt, which I think we can just get, yeah, we're just going to grab this from here with... Here's a fast inserter I can queue. And then also just like, yeah, 2 stacks of that. How many... Did I limit the steel chest at all? Or how many just... I did, but quite a lot. Okay, fine. Yeah, this tech is not progressing at the rate that I would like. I am in fact short of yellow tech. And that's still going to be because of blue chips, isn't it? Yes. So let's go and see if we can reroute some of those blue chips. How many have we got? Only a couple hundred each. This is a disappointment, especially as I needed those blue chips for a bunch of other things like, yeah, like exoskeletons and energy shields. Energy shields and personal lasers are also things that I wanted to just kind of Logibot like this, isn't it? So let's do both of those as well. We can have one of these here that will power everything, and then. Yeah, we're going to keep going with this. Okay, we're going to need... Why are you... Oh, because you don't have metal plate. Okay, so other things that are also just not in the logistics network yet, which we're going to continue to just do bad things with. It's fine. Yeah, I think making sure that everything is in the logistic network is going to be a thing I do between episodes rather than now. But we want energy shield 1s into energy shield. Do I have a fancy kind of energy shield? I have a fancy kind of energy shield that takes multiple energy shield 2s. Do I have the power grid for this though? Because I did see that not here. Where is it? Somewhere there is a... Yeah, that the portable fusion reactor is gated behind fusion energy, which makes a lot of sense. The only thing is that's a long way away from mod-specific techs and things I need to build that... Okay, so the recipe's the same. I just need to do all the research. But all this research is research I want to do after I have pushed out the biters a bit more and got a bit more space. So I guess we're not doing that. Shield. Wasn't there also some kind of personal reactor? Yeah, portable nuclear reactor. Train nuclear reactor and portable nuclear reactor, which also takes the high energy MOX fuels, which are also not things I can do anything about yet. because they take the plutonium, and the plutonium, is this a, you know, the where is, I don't even have a chem, oh no, here's a chem plant. Okay, it's not a chem plant, it's a centrifuge. The plutonium I get from using uranium-235 fuel rods, and I don't even have, like, they'll go in the same reactors, but I'm also just not making that fuel at all yet. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should do, because a bunch of portable nuclear reactors will actually be super useful for doing things like bigger energy shields, exoskeletons, things like that. So maybe I do actually handcraft enough. So I need 1 MOX fuel, and then 1 MOX fuel is 1 plutonium and 1 uranium. The uranium we've got because we've already got the standard uranium mining. And then how much do I need to get 1 plutonium? I need corrosive solution, which is fine because we're doing that with the rich water, and then I need 6. So if I make, I mean, I'm not going to do 6, I'm going to do 8, because that's how this thing will tile with its neighborhood bonuses. But if I handcraft 8 uranium fuel cells, that will give me enough leftover stuff to slowly produce into the things. Yeah, maybe we're doing that. In which case, maybe we do want these advanced energy shields. So let's just get on with that as well. Energy shield 2. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a slow episode that just kind of sets up a bunch of stuff that we will use later. And then there's going to be a bunch of handcrafting to do as well. Those things, I wanted PDLs, didn't I? And then somewhere I've also got a bunch of laser turrets in a box. Maybe I've just got a bunch of laser turrets in a box over here. Because I do... Oh, and also I've probably got to pull all the beacons out if we're doing this, don't we? Laser turrets? No laser turrets there. Beacons? Yeah, ton of beacons. Laser turret. Okay. Now I've got all of the stuff that I didn't want. Never mind. I don't want nearly as many of these. I'll have the nerdodium. I'll have these guys. Yeah, there's kind of a useful collection of stuff in here. Okay, I think I got most of the things that we need. Yeah, this is about as many laser turrets as I thought I had sitting around. And again, we're going to do that so we can do... Yeah, you want all of these beacons. You are waiting on red chips. In fact, you can just have whatever I've got in my... I thought I picked up some neodymium. I picked up some titanium. Okay, fine. Yeah, so we're now going to be beaconing those red chips a bit harder. We want laser turrets into personal defense lasers. Yeah. And then this is going to be kind of the same thing. Where actually we've got to have this here or somewhere over here, because this wants to be yeah, batteries. I don't even have batteries or anything on. Yeah, so there's quite a few things to make sure get into the network, but also we're probably going to set this up and then just wait a while, because we also need to make a lot of rockets. I got to make a rocket launcher as well, no big deal. We also then need... Oh yeah, low density structure was the other thing I was going to beacon more. Low density structure and blue chips. We don't need many blue chips, I don't think. We actually... I mean, we need a few, but it takes so long to craft anyway that it's fine. Then we want something like this. Not necessarily like that. This guy wants all the laser turrets and wants to be where the laser turrets go. And then give me this thing, because I need to be able to again circuit condition this guy so that it only makes laser turrets if we have less than, say, 40 laser turrets, which still seems like a lot. And then, yeah, I don't want a stack of PDLs. I want, like, I don't know, 6? Who knows? That's fine. And then this wants to be advanced energy shields. And so, yeah, we've still got to get... Why do you not... Oh, because you're not... This chest isn't requesting anything. Okay. Yeah, we can set that up now. Steel, 100 steel, sure. Red chips, 100 of those, sure. And then that's enough to give... And also we're going to speed module you a bit, because this is this thing needs to run a lot more than this thing needs to run. In fact, these two could almost certainly be just assembler 2s and not care. Yeah, red chips here, and then LDS and blue chips. Yeah, we are using a lot of the things that we don't have a whole lot of at the moment. And then advanced... Oh, we've got a use for these things now. Amazing. Oh yeah, and the other thing I was going to do was train fuel, wasn't it? That was also definitely a thing that was going to be... How many of these do you take? You take 20? Okay, fine. And then, yeah, then we also need to wire these guys up so that I only want maybe 3 of these. Sure. Okay. So some of that stuff is running. We need to go and put a bunch of other things into the logistics network. And in particular... Yeah, let's go and deal with... Is this yellow research actually running now? Yes. Although it's still kind of low on blue chips, but never mind. And then also there's the train schedule of when it actually gets over there, which is a bit of a shame. Oh well. We are at least doing a lot of things with Logibots, which is nice. The next thing I wanted to do was wander over to the LDS, which is currently just this, it's a little build. Do I have... I don't have enough assembler 3s for this. That's okay. We can have bots help us out by upgrading all of these things to assembler 3s. Like, this is going to be the plan to get more LDS out, is to straight up just beacon all these things. And then, do I have enough prod mods? I've only got 26 prod mods. That's not going to be enough. Also, I'm going to need... Yeah, I'm going to need the bots to do those upgrades first. Oh, do I have... Do I even have... the assembler 3s in storage? That is another thing that will need to be upgraded. And then, oh, hey, train fuel. Remember when I said I was going to do a train fuel plan? Remember when I noticed I had those 2 bots in my inventory? Yeah, these guys over here... I will want, I guess, some number of those. This is going to be an annoying storage box. I'm going to want to blast this later, and it's going to be in the way. Yeah, then... Yeah, because I think what we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to leave, like, unpicking all of this stuff is going to be a thing that definitely happens between episodes. But for the moment, I think I want to do a thing that says something like... I don't have a fast inserter. Give me a fast inserter. Cool. And then we want this to request, say, actually like 400 of these. And this is going to be the pattern we use for train fuel. So now we no longer have bots trying to bring us that stuff. But then in all of these places that we need trains... Yeah, we've got trains that need fuel. We can just request this stuff from almost anywhere, and this is going to make the train fueling situation a whole lot easier. We're still going to keep... Yeah, we're going to keep a lot of... Like, this train fuel station here is going to stay a train fuel station, so that there are more places that logistics bots can pull fuel from. We're up to 600. Okay, sure. Then, yeah, this train station here is... Oh wait, this is the supply. This is definitely a thing that needs to be present. And then, yeah, so we've got to... Yeah, then we've got to do things like... We've got to do that, and we've got to do... Where's my reactors at? We've got to turn these ones here into requests. And they're currently turned off at the moment because there's enough steam, and that's fine. Oh, these guys are these guys get several charges of fuel at once. It's not just they get one, it's the delay in getting enough steam into... Yeah, the delay of getting enough steam into the tanks to trip the triggers does take quite a while. And we get multiple hits of fuel in there, and it's all fine because it's still thorium that I've got a ton of. Okay, yeah, so train fuel is also a thing that we're going to do a lot more between episodes. Blue chips was the thing that I was trying to do, wasn't it? No, LDS was, yeah, LDS and blue chips, because those both need to be in the Roboport network, and we need to be making more of them, because we're also running yellow science now. Did we at least get... Did red science get all of... Yes, but also red chips are blocked because of the iron, because the only places we're making iron are not here. Like the... Yeah, here. And then these guys are not full. They've got a bunch of space. I am making the kind of iron that goes to... Yeah, you go to the station that... Yeah, you go to the station that is helping the red chips. Yeah, so we need, yeah, various issues with that. Oh, well. So these guys also all want prod mods. Do I even have enough prod mods? Okay, yes, good. So now we're going to get a lot more LDS out for the inputs we're putting in, and I think we might also need to upgrade some of these belts. Belt upgrades would also be... Because I think, isn't it... Yeah, these things also take the aluminium ceramic composite. So if I was to set up some big factories that... Or even like a new kind of mall thing, because red belt upgrades is also a thing that we want to be doing pretty soon. That would give me more aluminium ceramic composite, which would mean that I need more aluminium, which would mean that I can either take it from... Is this the aluminium? No, that's the steel. That's the plastic, which is also not... Somewhere there's an aluminium build. Is it this one? No, that's the ceramics build. Yeah, I could either take it from this, which also gives me the kind of pure iron that I'm using for red chips, or I could just do a better red chips build. That's also definitely one of the possibilities. But yeah, blue chips was also a thing. Because I think in particular with these new beacons, I think there might be some ways that I can get more blue chips out. Because I think I've already beaconed, well, not beaconed heavily, I think I've moduled heavily. But oh, it might also be that I'm not just not getting enough copper in. Yeah, I might just not be producing copper fast enough. That is also an option. Okay, we're going to do this nasty thing again. Slight inconvenience that the yellow science node is further away from the blue chips node than the module upgrades, but never mind. Yeah, so beaconing this, actually not super important, because the problem is that I don't actually have enough copper coming in, so maybe that's the thing we deal with later. Why is this one not just turning right? Oh, because it's destination full. So I possibly also just need to supply more stuff. Yeah, because the thing that struck me is... Oh, this is actually going to work really well, isn't it? That... Yeah... Because these things have range 4, I can have a beacon here that not just hits the green chips and coils, which we need to make the blue chips faster, but then also hits the blue chips. And the blue chips are currently, yeah, below pace, because they're moduled heavily. And actually, let's check how many... 90. So I've got another 10 beacons, and that includes... Actually, does that include ghosts? No, it does not include ghosts. Okay, so I need to check whether or not I'm counting... No, so I do in fact have... I've done all the beaconing I'm going to do over here. Yeah, this is the other reason why I was pretty happy with this red chips plan, is because it takes beacons out. Yeah, this reduces the number of beacons that I've got in there, which is cool. So I've got, what, 10 to play with? 1, 2, 3... And then I can have... Like, I was thinking about having more of these in here as well. Like, I was wondering if I... Yeah, if I took this thing and moved it up one square, some of this ends up closer together, and I might be able to fit more modules in here. But I think I'm... At the moment... Am I worried about... Oh, I've got gold. I don't want gold in my inventory. Am I worried about... I'm not really, at this point, worried about blue chips production, am I? Or about green chips production. I'm more worried about... Oh, well, whatever. We're going to do this... yeah, these things here need to move at this point. Cool. Yeah. Only just having enough stuff to make this work. Because these things need to be here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So all these things are going to disappear because I don't actually have enough stuff on me to... Yeah, to do... How did that happen? Ah, because that's one is in the wrong place. Okay. Okay, so these horrific K2 beacons that are sucking out huge amounts of power. I guess these energy providers are ticking down a bit because the tank must be full. But yeah, I am using doing a lot of steam turbine work now, which is kind of fine. And then 5, 6. So this is going to take me up to a total of 96 beacons, which means I have 4 more beacons to play with, which I still think I want in the labs. But the labs are a bit of a messy pattern. And they also don't... I mean, the current issue is that I'm just short of... I'm just going to put these in some random places. Yeah, the current issue is that I'm short of yellow science rather than anything else, which is also being short of blue chips, which we've hopefully just dealt with. And then also, yeah, the module upgrades, if we're done with module upgrades, should mean that we're not using quite so many of those. Okay, is that... I think what this means is we go to the module upgrades and figure out... Yeah, this is slightly circuitous, but never mind. Figure out where we can put these things in the Logibot network, because I may as well use all of these. That does mean that the Logibot network is also going to have priority over yellow science, but never mind. So yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of those. We're just gonna run across the train tracks a couple of times. Gimme. Yeah, that's a lot. That's more than I need. Okay. I think we just recycled these back though. Like the blue science is just over here. And then also because I'm right here, and because I talked about using these MOX fuels, I think we just go and pick up the things we need to handcraft some of those things. Destination full there means that... Where is the iron? Oh, it just means that no one else needs iron, because otherwise this train would have left already. I was thinking this one was still packing and I wasn't making iron fast enough, but I am in fact making iron fast enough. You have some number of these. Then we're going to go do the same trick again, because this is, a good way to be... There's going to be the best place for it. And then... Oh, there's no station, which is good, because it means that the yellow science has all of the... The yellow science has all of the blue chips at once. So that's nice. Over here somewhere... Yeah, so how many... If I'm... 8 is actually the exact number I want, so I need exactly 1 uranium, and then some small number of uranium-238. Why? Oh yeah, because I'm here. Sure, fine. Adventures in handcrafting. I need 1 of these. And then... I'm going to take a bunch of this stuff, because we are going to continue to use thorium power, and we have kind of run that down... I've run down the uranium supplies. I want to go to the place that makes ceramic, which is all the way back over here. Is that true? That's not really true. I actually want to go to where the thorium is, because the thorium also has the ceramic. I think that's where the thorium is. It looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, this stuff over here. Oh, and then all of... So this, yeah, this supply of iron has backed up because the thorium has backed up. Interesting. Give me some amount of these, and then I can make... Yeah, this will give me the 8 uranium fuel cells I need. And then when I have those 8 uranium fuel cells, I can consume 6 of them to get 1 plutonium, which I can then use to make a high-energy MOX fuel, which will then let me make 6 portable nuclear reactors, which I can use for the power grid in my power armor. So that's going to be the plan, because we don't have fusion for a while. You have these... I guess I could also Logibot this stuff. We're not going to bother with that yet. You have anything else that I've got in my inventory. So you're still going. These guys, I've still got... Yeah, a bunch of stuff in my inventory that I don't need. Logibots can come and help me with some of these things. Yeah, haven't set up recycling for all of these things yet. Oh well. Okay. Let us begin. The cycle of... Where am I? Yeah, here we are. Because these are kind of full. I don't really need the steam. Also, I'm pretty sure these fuel cells have, yeah, slightly more energy in them than the thorium ones. So my ratios are going to be a little bit off. But it's not even about that. It's about getting 8 spent fuel cells so that I can make... Could I actually just... Probably could, but I'm not unpacking it on the other side. Oh well. Yeah, it's about getting those 8 fuel cells spent so that I can turn them into other things. So we're going to have to handcraft that before the rest of the next episode as well. Where is... This mess is getting worse. The Logibot mall is somewhere in here, isn't it? Maybe... Oh no, it's this stuff. So yeah, so we'll... Yeah, we still need to do train fuel things. LDS is not going into the network, is it? And it kind of needs to be. And then red chips are also... Red chips in the network, and then LDS. Okay, yeah, fine. I'm sure we won't get hit by a train here. I'm sure it'll be fine. Where is the LDS? LDS is over here. Is that even a thing I need to do? I don't think it is, because I think I can do something like... This here has already got a chest limit on it. So we can just have bots take... From where, though? Here? Yeah, sure. Okay, LDS automation. Okay. I mean, the Logibots are helpfully getting rid of all the things I didn't want in my inventory. So, yeah, let's run down to this... Oh yeah, this is the other spot where I didn't have train fuel. Where I kind of need train fuel, so we're going to do that as well. Also, yeah, there's a lot of train stops that need a train fuel plan, and currently, where am I making these crystals? These crystals are over here, yes, and then all of this can get simplified as well, because as well as going on this train, I kind of want. Oh, do I still have? I do still have. So we can go like this, and both of... Actually, I can have 3. So Logibot... I don't need 3. Logibots are going to have a source of fuel they can grab from here, which means that we can find one of the places where we put... Where did I put an automatic train fuel thing? Ah, yeah, here. Okay, and then we can fuel some more trains. So this acid train can get fuel here. The blue chips train can get fuel here. The ones I was looking at were not these ones over here. Where am I? I'm here. Oh yeah, these ones. These trains are quite important to also get fuel. So we're going to do some stuff like this. Is this train station here even staying? I don't know. Are these things powered at all? They are not. We should power them. I guess. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so these things are going to, yeah, they're going to get train fuel. Trains are going to be fueled. That's nice. We'll run over these tracks. Why do we... Okay, bots. Logistics bots are still just bringing things around the place. Okay, fine. Yeah, so am I... What things in between episodes do I need to make sure are in the network? Red and blue chips, LDS we've still got. Advanced... Yeah, those things we've got. Red chips? Don't you have red chips just there? Why... Maybe I just need... Number of available robots, 0. I need to make more Logibots, which is fine. That is a situation I'm happy with. So I've got a lot of these things. Oh, let's make a rocket launcher while we're here. That's also going to be one of the next vital parts. Do I need steel for a rocket launcher as well? No. Okay, so we're going to have ourselves a rocket launcher. That's going to be fun. Why do I have these things? Why do I have those things? Oh, because these are things that were in storage that I just picked up and didn't really need. Yeah, all of this train fuel stuff as well, and then a lot of these silos, a lot of steel chests. Yeah, cool, fine. Do I need all these blueprints? Who knows? Yeah, so now we're kind of getting together some of the items we need for the next kind of combat section. You guys, oh, batteries. Wasn't I making batteries in... it was further over than Yellow Science? No, it was by the engines, wasn't it? It was... Yeah, batteries. And I have a lot of these as well. So, let's again do the same thing where we go... Where's this? Yeah, this chest here. We can also just wander over to the batteries and say, you know, Logi bought us some batteries. And then also, this train needs fuel. I don't know if this train has a fuel plan. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think we're going to leave it here. I think there's a large number of things that I can now go around and just check that I'm putting in the logistics network. That is going to be particularly interesting. The other one I've just remembered that I really wanted is... okay, what's going to bring me this thing, right? Yeah, that's going to work. I also wanted exoskeletons, and also probably personal robots. So... yeah, so I can make... that's kind of badly placed if I'm going to be doing 3 around a thing, isn't it? What is... oh, is this... This is just that other fuel belt that goes nowhere, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This belt goes nowhere. This is also a thing that bots can just get rid of, and then all this diesel fuel could go in storage, and I'll figure out something else to do with it later, but that gives me a little bit more space. So I think we're going to do another thing like this, and I want exoskeletons, and then I want personal robot port 1, personal robot port 2, and all of these things. I mean, you can go in a box, you can go in a box. Probably need fast inserters for all these things. Yeah, personal robot port. Personal robot port? Do we even have personal robot port 2 yet? I'm not sure that I do. I think personal robot port 2, yeah, that might also be a thing that we can just build later and it's going to be fine. And then steel, blue chips, electric engines. Steel, actually, yeah. Probably not that many. I don't even think I have those in the network at the moment. And then, yeah, batteries, cogs. Yeah, this is setting more of this stuff up as a thing that we're going to do in between episodes. Oh, you don't have those ones yet. Oh well. Do I need personal battery 2s as well. So yeah, we're going to leave this here. We're going to go from modular armor to, we're going to get some research, we're going to get a better suit of armor. I still have a bunch of these things in my inventory, which I don't really need. Yeah, then we need... We need low density structure in... Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to make sure gets into the logistics network. We've got still 0 logistics spots free. I wonder where they all are. Are they bringing... They're bringing train fuel from the various places that have train fuel. Yeah, I mean, this is the other distinct disadvantage of having a big grid with a bunch of stuff spread out. That's also why we did bot speed first. Yeah, this is... Where have I got... Oh, yeah, because these guys... Yeah, I have engines in the grid. It's just that the bots are going all the way out and all the way back. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna Logibot some more stuff. We're gonna set up some more train fuel plans. We're gonna build up stocks of these rockets. We've got some military tech to work through, and then we've got some damage tech to work through. And then we're gonna be able to go and push over some guys. And then I still don't really know what the next goals are after Big Milestone 2. We're kind of gonna secure some territory and then worry about other stuff later. Yeah, sure. Cool. Good times.